Welcome back, folks. Today I'm going to show you how to switch out a light switch. Now, I've already got the power off, and I'll show you how I managed to find the circuit, the breaker, if it's not marked. I'm only using my drill to back these out. It's quicker this way. Get the right bit to fit the screw head, the slot, and you're fine. And we'll double check. Once I get this faceplate off, we'll double check and make sure that the power is off, and we'll do that with a tester. Okay, so let's get this off. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to take this tester and we're going to go alongside here and make sure none of these wires are live. Okay, and it doesn't look like it. Okay, so we'll turn that back off. Now I'm going to use my drill to back this switch out. A lot quicker. Of course, everybody wants to have things done right away, right? Come on, show me. Let's get this done. Okay. And so we're going to pull this out, just so. Now look at this here. This one is a three-way. So that three-way means that this light turns off at two different locations, okay? And this isn't the one we're going to switch out, right? Okay. So we'll take this one. Out. Okay, and let's double check that power there to make sure that we don't get any surprises. Okay, we don't have anything. Perfect. Okay. All right, so ideally what you want to do is you want to end up with this flipped up when it's on, okay? Now this is a three-way. This one's not going to have on and off because you never know. You could turn it on down here when that one's up or turn it up here when that one's down, okay? So that's why these aren't marked like these single poles, okay? And then you want to make sure that your power is always at the bottom, so when you flip it, you know that it's on, right? Some of these, I've seen these upside down every which way, you know, but this ideally, this is the way you want it, and this, so that's the way you want to end up. Now the other thing is, whether it's an outlet or switch, you want to make sure that the proper size wire goes to the proper size switch. 12 gauge, rule of thumb, 12 gauge is usually 20 amp, 14 gauge is 15 amp, and that is the way it should be from breaker, switch to switch, outlet to outlet, okay? Over the years, a lot of these homes have been repaired and things have been replaced, right? Okay, so you don't want to lose this. This is hot, and this is to switch, okay? There you go. Now this one here does say 12 gauge, okay? So we're going to replace this one. Okay, so we're going to put this one in there. Actually, let me grab, I think I'll grab an almond colored one. Okay, so this is all it's going to match. And so what we want to do is we want to make sure that we place these back in the same way and that this switch is actually off when it's down. And this, if these are broken, you can cut them back and bare about a ½ inch of copper and it'll fit in there nicely. You know, you have folks that use terminology, it's this, that, and the other, and technical, but this is pretty basic. It's pretty simple. I've been doing it for 30 years. And so when you get these back together, you just kind of push these all back. You know there's no power, so you can feel comfortable in pushing that back. And then this one you can fold. And just make sure that they go in easy and the wires are in there. Comfortable. You know, with space. Okay, here we go. So perfect. That fits in there perfect. That one sets good. You push this back some. Okay. That's it. We can put the screws back in. And so before I get this good and tight, covered up, I'm going to turn the power back on, but I don't want these things hanging out. And so it'll take a little extra, but no big deal. Better safe than sorry, right? Okay, so then we want them both off. This is three-way. And so let's turn the power back on and we'll check it. Okay, power's been turned back on. You want to make sure that the low one at the bottom is hot, right? Nothing on top. Complete the circuit, and now they're both hot. Perfect. Okay. You can see, I don't know if you can see that light turn on, but you can. That's your three-way, and that's on. Okay. So now we can do is just put our screws back in, adjust those so our plate fits on there, put our plate back on, and we're done. And you don't want to put those down too tight. Okay. I'm going to finish this with a screwdriver handheld. I feel more comfortable. I can snug it down the way I want it. Don't want those too tight. I'm going to be able to move those around if I have to. Perfect. This is an older home. I found 12 gauge connected to 14 gauge, 14 gauge connected to 12 gauge. Yeah, it's not good because the 14 might heat up. And then if you have 14 or 15 amp breakers on .12 gauge, things are overheat. So it's just a fire hazard. So you want to make sure that when you got 14 gauge wire that it's on a 15 amp circuit, 12 gauge on 20 amp. That's it. Perfect. Thanks again for watching, folks. I'm going to make more videos. They'll be coming soon. I'll show you how to find a circuit where you plug into an outlet and go out and use a tester, tracer, that'll find that particular outlet out in the breaker. All right. Thanks for watching. See you next time.